What's going on, guys? Goosey here again today. Now, the Death Note movie came out last weekend. I did need to find some time to watch it, and what can I say? Universally, everyone agrees it's pretty bad. And what else? I mean, they made Light Yagami look like a little bitch. Basically, turn him into Timmy Turner. That's like the joke right now. And Misa Amane, or Mia, turn her into a complete psychotic bitch. I know I'm using the B word, and I apologize for that, but I'm not even monetizing to begin with, or I might be, who knows. But, hell, it's totally worth saying that, because Mia felt nothing like Misa. It was so off. It was like, she's supposed to devote her life to Light and Kira. Not, like, sit there and betray him. I mean, we do find out, like, at the very end, that Light was manipulating everyone. But even then, like, it took him an entire movie to catch the aspect of Kira. Like, if you really if you watch the original series like I did, you know, and read the manga anyways, you know that Kira isn't some pushover, and Kira would never really act like a bitch. Kira's always calm and collected. He's always ready to outsmart his opponents, kill who he needs to kill. To even leave at the end with like the possibility of him dying, it's stupid. Like, Kira would never let himself die that easily. And then they make L look like a little bitch as well. I mean, L isn't like that. L is really like cunning. He's genius. He's always really set. He's of the level of Kira, except for at the very end, he makes that one mistake where he does die, and people get really mad at that in the anime. I guess that's why they let him win in the movie. I mean, so I feel a lot of things happened the way they did. I mean, they could have perfectly captured the aspect of Kira if Light had killed his father when his father went to do the press conference. That would have completely set up a different type of movie. Would have gotten better and everything. But real quick though, shout outs to Willem Dafoe, because Willem Dafoe played Ryuk like a god. He was probably the best part of the movie. I know some of my friends are like talking about Light, but I mean like I'm talking about L, but L is like, well, he himself isn't L, and it just doesn't feel right. I know my friends were like, oh my god, yeah, L and Ryuk saved the movie, but L is nothing like that in the anime. Not even close. That L never has any predictions. He never puts anything about him. He just only states the obvious. Not like the L from the anime, which states things above and beyond our conception. So I just don't understand that. Why go in this direction? And I get it, at the very end, Light is able to manipulate everything correctly like Akira would. But other than that, there's not much else. And I guess they left possibilities for a sequel. But what if L writes Light's name in the notebook? I mean, not much else. What if Light's father turns him in after having the proof? Yeah, I can't think of much else. Like, they wrote a pretty crappy movie. They really tried to play that 80s theme, which I thought was really annoying, and I don't know, it seems more like a comedy. Like if you took Final Destination and made it a comedy. Because, on top of that, the gore was disgusting. I mean, it was like disgustingly bad. Not, ugh. The gore, I don't get it. Like, they tried too hard. It didn't look real. I feel like something from the 80s could have done a better job. Ha. But it's just a try hard, if anything. I mean, I get it. Ryuk's a cunning demon. How do we know from the beginning of the other Death Note series Ryuk wasn't manipulative as well? Because if you think about it, he always has a break in scene and says something, and then it manipulates the next series of actions, or at least gives Light a hint. Lets you think about how smart these Shinigamis actually are, or at least Ryuk. Well, that's pretty much most of what I can say. I can't think of much else. I mean, that's all I have to complain about with that movie. It's maybe a 5 to a 6 out of 10, so it's still not as bad as Dragon Ball Evolution, but it was still pretty bad. So, what's the meaning of the story? How about we let weeaboos direct anime movies and not like wannabe directors that have never watched an anime in their life? That might be really helpful. So if you're watching this Hollywood, which you probably won't, let some weeaboos direct. I'm not saying me, I'm not a director. I would probably suck at directing a movie, producing, acting, but maybe you can get someone who's seen a lot of anime and studied directing at the same time. That might just help. That's all for today, guys. Later.